Hi there, Carrie here. Some of you guys know me, and some of you don't, and some of you have heard this story before. And for those of you who haven't, I'm going to introduce you to the difference between butterflies and dragonflies. I'm a dragonfly. There are those of us that we see in school who start and it looks from afar like they're doing everything. They're voraciously going through theory, just eating up everything they're learning. And then in a prescribed period of time, they crawl out onto a branch and they go through this process of metamorphosis and they turn into a chrysalis that hangs from a branch for another prescribed period of time. Is it 21 days? I'll have to Google it. And then at the end of that period of doing what they're supposed to do, the chrysalis opens and out emerges a butterfly. And it pumps its wings to get the blood circulating through its veins. And then it takes off to live the life of a butterfly. Then there are those of us in school who seem to be doing everything we need to do, and we're not getting the results that we think we should be getting. I dare say we are not butterflies, and the timetable doesn't seem to work for us because different than a butterfly are dragonflies. They begin their life sort of like a butterfly in that they're born from an egg, they're hatched from an egg, but instead of becoming a land-driven, leaf-driven caterpillar that's just eating voraciously all the time, dragonfly eggs are dropped into pools of water. And the dragonfly larvae is born in the water. And in the water is where it will live for an indeterminate period of time. There is no timetable for a dragonfly, and it starts off its life in a very dark place, trying to stay alive, trying to do everything it knows how to do to just survive, to not be eaten by bigger fish, to eke out a living and to just do what it knows it's supposed to be doing. And almost magically, one day, everything clicks. And it climbs up out of the dark, mucky water that it's been in for so long. And one day, it climbs up out onto a branch. And in 24 hours, it becomes a dragonfly. There is no 21 days of metamorphosis. It's instant. And it's got to be so confusing and so disruptive. But at the end of that period of shedding its skin and feeling its life being changed completely in the sunshine, it takes off as a dragon, as a whole complete dragonfly. And it is amazing. It has visual capacity in 360 degrees. It's like a helicopter that can hover and go backwards and forwards and change speeds so fast. It is a long distance sprinter. It has abilities that a butterfly could not even conceive of. And as my entomologist son told me one time, Mom, butterflies and dragonflies are very, very different things. And I thought, well, I know that. I can see they're different. He said, no, 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 no. Dragonflies are predators. They're not the sweet little nectar-driven things that butterflies are. Dragonflies are looking for other bugs, they're carnivores. They have spent a lifetime of surviving. And when they finally become a dragonfly, they're ready to survive. They're ready to thrive and overcome the environment that they're in to live a life of defiance, maybe. But their life is beautiful in an entirely different way than a butterfly. So if you're looking at those other students that are in school who look like they're doing everything by the book and everything just is clicking in a certain timetable for them, and then they're fluttering their wings in the judicial world, making money as a court reporter, don't discount the fact that you might be a dragonfly instead of a butterfly. And after 46 years of reporting, I can tell you, I'd rather be a dragonfly than a butterfly. I ain't as pretty, my wings are different, but I've got 360-degree peripheral vision when I'm reporting, and I'm solidly on those words, even though I've got ADHD and massive childhood trauma and hypervigilance and sleep problems at times and, yeah, self-doubt. I had to be a dragonfly. I was in the mud and the muck so long that I want nothing less than everything I can be in this lifetime. So don't compare yourself to butterflies, because you're not one. I dare say, if you're watching this video, if you're stalling out in school, if it doesn't work for you like it does for everybody else, but you know it's what you're meant to be, you can feel it in your soul. It's not a job. It's a calling. That's different. Don't sell yourself short and don't quit because your journey doesn't look like somebody else's. Get a hold of somebody who's been where you are and survived it, and let them tell you the story of how they're thriving at this point and how they love what they do. They say if you don't hate your job, at least 51% of the time, you're doing pretty damn good in this world. I love what I do. 90 to 95% of the time. Sometimes I go for weeks on end just thinking, God, I'm so lucky. I can't believe I get to do what I do every day in the environment I want to be in the timetable I want. I get to work when I want to and not work when I don't want to. And I make an incredible amount of money because I have an incredible skill. Because let's face it, if this was easy, everybody'd be doing it and it wouldn't pay as much. I love you guys. Anybody needs a pep talk, get a hold of me. Talk to you later.